3, 2, 1. President!
So we got the alumni here. Tell me, who is John Lewis and why was the field named after him?
John Lewis was a Harding graduate, a three-sport star. He went into the service, graduated from college, came back to service the Harding young men and women of this community. He was a mentor, a leader, and young people gravitated to him, either out of fear. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna go to a Bronx Tale. If you saw the movie A Bronx Tale, is it better to be loved or feared? Better to be feared. Better to be feared.
Tell me something about him.
John Lewis was, man, he was a mentor, educator. He was a father, an uncle. He was everything. John Lewis was the best coach ever.
John Lewis, they left one thing out. John Lewis, he also played for the Detroit Tigers and got injured.
Yeah.
He did.
He was a father, a friend, a mentor, an uncle, someone you could go to and speak to anything at any time, and his door was always open.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
He was an educator.
John Lewis was the man that kept me off the streets.
Yeah.
He challenged me to be great.
Exactly.
And because of him, I'm who I am today.
Yes.
There you go.
I just sum it up in one word. John Lewis was the pulse to all of us.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it for John Lewis.
All right.
Thank you, Mayor Ganim. At this time, I'll ask Mr. Damon Lewis to come forward to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening to help in the dedication of this field to my father, John L. Lewis. I'd like to thank the Harding High School family who's sitting directly in front of me, all the past players, and some of those guys were my coaches. I'd like to thank my immediate family who's sitting behind me, my mother, my brother John, my wife Keisha, my 3 children, my cousins, uncles, nephews. There's quite an array of people here to support this dedication this evening. I'd also like to thank my Ponus Ridge Middle School family sitting up there in the bleachers. They came from Norwalk after a long day just to come here and spend some time with us. As I'm looking at all the alumni sitting in front of me, I see Keith Pierce, I see Charlie Bentley, Steve Nelson, Derek Wilder, Kevin Voss, Ernest Brown, Davey Silas, Sean Bird, Ginger Palmos, the Wallers, Teddy Walton. I can go on forever. And if I miss somebody, please blame it on my head and not my heart. But I really appreciate you guys coming here. I remember hanging around Harding High School, the old Harding High School, since I was about 7 or 8 years old. And I used to run behind my father everywhere he went. I think the first time I came on to the old football field, I was holding Keith Pierce's helmet. I was like the official water boy. I was a kid that ran onto the field after the kickoff and got the tee before anybody else came out there. I was a kid in the locker room all the time. I was always learning the game, and I couldn't wait to get to Harding High School. When I got there as a freshman in 1986, I remember my first day in high school like it was yesterday. I'd been around Harding High School my whole life, and I finally got there as a student athlete, and I didn't want to leave. I think I was late to football practice that day. You know what happened when you're late to football practice. I share with my family members all the time how there's something special about wearing the blue and gold of Harding. It's something that, and I don't want to make a competition out of it, but it's something that is stronger than what's at Bassett and Central. It's something about Harding High School and the pride that we have on Central Avenue, well now on Bond Street. You know, I can miss seeing you guys for 5, 10 years, but we get together, and I'm a lot younger than you guys, but that's okay. But it's still a welcome hug, a lot of love that's shown, and I just can't express how happy I am that the City of Bridgeport, Superintendent Dr. Johnson, the Common Council, Tom Coble, and everyone put their time and efforts into making this dedication a reality. So thank you very much, and enjoy the game.
And at this time, we'll hear a few words from Beverly Lewis.
Good evening. Yes, I'm Beverly Lewis. I'm not going to say as much as Damon said, but I will tell you this. Seeing all you guys there, I haven't had that many hugs and kisses in years, and it felt good. I too, and John Jr., want to thank the Board of Education, Warren Harding High School, the alumni, and all the friends and relatives who came out tonight to be with us for this occasion. You can remember, John was always quiet to a point, except when he was on the field. But when he was quiet on the field, he was walking back and forth with his paddle, didn't smile, but I can say now, after a night like tonight, I'll bet he's smiling now. Thank you very much.
Tell me, guys, have you played on a field like this?
Never. We played on grass around the edges, dirt in the middle of the field.
If it rained, it was muddy.
It was muddy.
You're going to get muddy.
Them were some great times, though.